All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of snafu. The internet gets a little crazy on us. We got a lot of people here tonight. And I don't know if that affects us. If some of the students or some of them know the Wi-Fi. You never know. But hey, we're back, and thank the good Lord that it happened at halftime, right?
Right.
So, So Panthers up by 2 here at home in the probably the biggest game of the season to date, right?
Right.
And the Lady Panthers are up 24-10. What is that? Almost halftime. Yeah, 40 seconds left over in Canyon Lake over the Lady Hawks. So again, as we announced, the Lady Panthers can clinch a playoff spot tonight, and
if they win it.
Coach, how are you? Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all good. Yeah. It's a great first half for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Up by 2. Patrick Monge leading the way. Number 2, the senior, showing up on senior night, right? So.
You want, Coach? You want to put a headset on? All right, we got Coach. Where, if you would. And do we have the sideline camera for somebody to put on them? All right. Okay.
All right. So we've got the second half, but we've also been joined by new athletic director and head football coach, Coach Hill.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Coach Hill.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Really, really great to have you on board, and thanks for coming up. And maybe you can hang. You want to hang with the second half?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. I'll be here.
Awesome.
Fired up.
Awesome. Well, Coach Hill is here. He's coming over from offensive coordinator for the Smithson Valley Rangers for the last 4 years, from my understanding, right?
Yes, sir.
And he's going to join us. And we appreciate him joining us here. If you can stay for the second half, and,
I'll be here.
Stay on air with us, that'd be great.
Here. Absolutely.
We got Hank. I'm Lance, and we are big game here tonight for the Panthers, and we're doing quite well here.
So it was a good second quarter, exciting quarter.
Exciting second quarter. Patrick Monge leading the Panthers, and the Canyon Lake Hawks here started off. Go back to their well there with Stromquist and number 5. Probably something Coach Cole drew up out of at halftime. Cohen Blunt gets it up to Monge. Monge with the shot. Oh, rolls around in and out for Patrick Monge there.
All right. Now we got our sideline camera up here, so we've got Coach Hill. Now we have you on camera.
Sir.
All right. So, Coach Hill, we thank you for joining us tonight. I know we're going to be. We have it on picture on the screen, so we have you also, and then we have the basketball game going on.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
So, Coach, welcome to Navarro. I was formerly on the school board. I was on the school board for 11 years here at Navarro. So we're glad to have you here.
Yes,
and we know you come from a well-esteemed traditional family there from Smithson Valley. So what has been your impression so far?
You know, first week being here, had the interview last Thursday. It's been a pretty quick turnaround. But just being on campus since Tuesday has been tremendous. You know, so much support. You really get the family feel from everybody that you meet. And I've gotten to meet a whole lot of people, trying to learn some names and get accustomed to all that. But it's been great so far. Excited to be here.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Patrick Monge drops a three-pointer, and Panthers go up by 2 after Canyon Lake came and drew up a nice play. And there he is again, Hank and Coach. That's Stromquist. He drops another one. And Canyon Lake has decided to full-court press us here in the second half to start. And that's the freshman Shields. But go ahead, Hank. You gonna?
So, Coach. So, for this next, I know that you've got the spring with track and baseball and all these things going on. But you know, we're fans, so we like to speculate and see what's going to happen next year. We got football next year, and so what are some of the things that we might be looking for from you and your style and team and everything that you bring here to us at Navarro?
Absolutely. First of all, the tradition at Navarro, especially in football, has been great. So many winning seasons over the past few decades. Just excited to be here to spearhead the next generation of that. But I would expect our football team to be disciplined, extremely physical, play with a certain grit that hopefully is going to separate us from some people. But just that tenacity and energy every single day is what we're trying to bring.
All right, Coach, thank you for that. So, Lance, you have anything else for Coach Hill?
Well, and I think
it's funny to say Coach Hill because I'm so used to saying Coach Larry Hill when we talk about Smithson Valley, your dad,
He's a great one.
It's actually he's the nephew.
The nephew, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but I think of Coach Larry Hill.
And rightfully so. He's a great one. He's one of the best of all time, and I've gotten to learn a whole lot from him. I consider myself very fortunate to have been on his staff for the last 8 years.
Wow. And Lance, you had a question for him, and I interrupted, so I apologize.
Oh no, I was just gonna talk to Coach Hill a little bit about just talk to us a little bit about your upbringing. I think you went to Churchill High School in San Antonio, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
And your dad was the coach there as well.
That's right.
For a long time. And in Churchill, when I was growing up, I'm a little older. Me and Hank both, right? They were kind of the staple in San Antonio.
Right.
I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but whenever you saw someone coming out of Region 4, it was usually San Antonio Churchill.
Yeah.
And I played at a bigger school, which Churchill was in our classification. So, can you tell us a little bit about maybe your upbringing, in San Antonio and what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why did you want to be a coach? I mean, I know it's part of your dad and your uncle and
No, just a whole family of coaches. My dad, uncle, my grandfather was a coach at East Central High School. Got cousins who are in the coaching business as well. So, I don't know if we're not good at anything else or is that just kind of our calling. But I knew from a really young age that that's what I wanted to do. Just playing for my dad in high school and growing up around the coach's office and the locker rooms, even as a little kid. Just a place that I gravitated to, and I knew that that's where I wanted to be.
Nice, and you gotta love that. It's in your blood, and that's one thing that that I love about your background so much is because you were yay high probably on the sidelines. I grew up very similar situation. My dads weren't coaches, but my best friend. His dad was a coach and an AD up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so we would ride on the yellow dog, and
got to be around
we were little and stuff as well.
Thought it was the coolest thing in the world, I bet too.
Absolutely,
yep.
we almost get autographs from the varsity guys.
Oh no, I would. Right? I would. I'd go get them to sign stuff. Those guys were my heroes when I was a kid. So
yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there's a foul there. We got a 23-23 game here in the third quarter, midway through here.
And good game.
Panthers fighting. We talked about this earlier, Coach Hill. This is such a big game for Navarro tonight as far as playoff implications and fighting for third place here. And we go on the road for our final three. And there's Monge again showing up.
Oh wow!
You gotta love the senior, right? The tenacity and senior night.
These guys are fighting.
Puts the Panthers up by 2. But the other thing I was going to ask is just for the Panther fans out there, talk to them, and you don't have to get real philosophical or anything with us, but what to expect. What are we going to expect on the offensive side of the ball and maybe the defensive side of the ball? What maybe the side. I know in the past, like on defense, we ran a 4-2-5 the past few seasons. And on offense, obviously we ran the slot tee. What can the fans expect? Kind of on.
Right, so, my roots are playing in a 4-3 defense. That's what I grew up playing, coaching early on, and then at Smithson Valley, I think the last 30 years they've been running the 4-3.
Right.
So a lot of roots in the 4-down, which Navarro's been in 4-down as well. 4-2, it's different, but it's a cousin of the 4-3.
Sure.
I've watched a bunch of the games over the last couple of years for Navarro on YouTube and all those channels, and just seeing how hard they play is something that's going to easily transition to that style. Philosophies and X's and O's, there's so many different ways to do it, but the way they play hard is what's going to make it work.
Right.
Yes.
So I really anticipate that being a seamless transition. Then on offense, it is going to be a little bit of a change. slot T is a great offense.
Right.
But, that's not necessarily my philosophy on offense, but by no stretch of the imagination does that mean we're not going to be extremely physical, going to run the football, going to try to take what the defense gives us. And so much of that's going to be dictated on our personnel.
Exactly.
So coming in here next week, just going to start to get to know the kids a little bit, try to find out what their strengths are, and try to put them in the best possible situation for us to have success.
Yeah, because when I turned on, the tape or watched, at least the final 4 playoff games of Smithson Valley this year, a lot of people are always like, oh, they spread it out, they got 5 wide and this and that. And I turned it on, and, I think you were in Waco. Well, no, actually you were playing New Braunfels, and then the next week I think you were playing Waco.
That's right.
And I was like, yeah, they don't have 5
no,
wide receivers.
No, sir.
They were running a lot of inside zone.
There's more similarities to the offense that people might not necessarily get. It's not a spread offense.
Right.
We ran the football about 60+% of the time over there.
Right.
But at the same time, there's times to where if the defense is giving you some throws, we're going to certainly take them.
Absolutely.
Going to have some play actions based off of it. Going to try to spread the wealth out to get it into some playmakers' hands and try to simplify it for the guys up front. The O-line's where it all starts and stops. So if we can make it simple for those guys to let them play fast and physical is really the goal for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, tell us a little bit. You went to state for 2 straight years.
Yes, sir.
Maybe share with, the community and in the culture and, what that takes or what that experience was. I know y'all fell a little short last year, but you came back this year strong.
Right.
And Highland Park is no slouch, right?
No, absolutely not.
It was such a fun game because, you got Coach Hill on one side with Smithson Valley, and then you got the Highland Park coach.
A couple legends on the field.
Yeah, a couple of legends. And,
it was pretty dang cool pregame to see those guys.
Yeah, and, the old hat from the
yes, yeah, he did.
But Highland Park is, an old staunch program, tough, a lot of tradition there as well, as just like Smithson Valley. But tell us, a little bit about the state, experience for them, that was probably very special for you, obviously.
It was. It was a blast. It was extremely fun, but the thing that really sticks out is just the amount of work that you put into it. It's not just really about the playoff run or the 16 games you're playing. It's a 365 all year long, building your team, building a culture, building a community, and those guys learning how to play together. And you mentioned, we came up short a couple years ago. And then just transitioning to a whole new team in 2024. Some guys return, but you got to find your identity every year.
That's right.
And these guys really hit their groove. Haven't really been around many groups that just get along. That was so cool just see the locker room. Everyone gets along. Everyone's hanging out. And that's the goal here at Navarro as well. Try to build that community, try to build a culture, which I think there's already some great culture in place.
Yes.
The previous staff and staffs before that have built this for many, many years. And just trying to build on top of that. It's tough to get there. It's definitely tough to get there. But I think that we've got some of those things in place right here to build something really special.
Absolutely.
And chase something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, let's check in a little bit here on the game. We've got Panthers up by 1, holding strong. 1:22 left here in the third. And Panthers playing tough. Which, again, it looks like got a little break in the play here. As we kind of take a breath, it looks like Principal Scarborough's headed over. And
yep.
Yeah, well, while they're sorting that out, Coach Hill, tell us a little bit about you. I mean, you grew up in this area, right? What position did you play growing up in, in high school and all that fun stuff?
I don't know if we need to pull out that film. That wouldn't be as good, but I did play growing up. I played quarterback and safety and receiver in high school, and then briefly in college I went to Incarnate Word, which would sound like a really great brag these days, because they've had so many great runs lately. When I was there, wasn't a great player. I was a backup safety over there, but played a little bit of defense for them. But loved playing the game. Had a few injuries that kind of cut the career short and ended up not playing the rest of my career in college, but played a little bit all over the place. In high school, kind of majored in the quarterback spot, and then moved around a little bit from there on the next level.
Yeah, Muddins loses the ball. It's taken by Kenyon Lake.
So again, it's gotten a little chippy here, but Panther fans like what they see here. Panthers up by 1. With 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that's Monge. And, I don't know, Hank, and if Monge has come off the court tonight, he's just a warrior, along with Cohen Blunt, and several of the Panthers, they just, they know, and talking with Coach Tyler the other night, he's like, this is such a big game for us. And, going back to, he likes to allow, you're talking about defense, Coach Hill, he likes to allow 10 points a quarter, right? And he's like, hey, we don't really have the offensive firepower to put up 60 or 70 every night. So we got to play tough, hard-nosed defense. And,
yes, sir.
And that's what they're doing tonight. And the rebounding, I think, has been much better for the Panthers overall than it was in the game I last watched against Wimberley.
Monge just got it. He steps up, takes a shot. It's a little short, rebounded. And that's going to be the end of the third with the Panthers up still by 1 going into the fourth quarter. And as we talked about defense, Hank, they've only scored 25. So defense, rebounding, turnovers, free throws, and layups. That's your motto. So
yeah, that's exactly right. So every game, you have to focus. And I think I'm getting that on the offense side, but the defense, always plays into the offense. And that's with any sport, basically, any team sport. If the defense does well, obviously the offense is going to have more opportunities.
Absolutely, defense, we're going to be out here tomorrow with the NYSO boys, and, we always kind of try to preach to them, we don't worry about how many threes we shoot or how many baskets we make. We play good defense, and the offense will take care of itself. So, but Coach, tell us a little bit about about yourself personally. What's your favorite food? Where do you like to where do you like to hang out? Not that we're going to chase you around town or anything, but
And are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I'm married. My wife Allie, she's an instructional coach at a middle school. We've got a daughter, Harper. She's in kindergarten.
Awesome.
Another little baby girl on the way, due in March.
Oh, congratulations.
So a big spring semester for us here. Got the new job, going to move out here, having another kid. So really exciting times right now in the Hill House for sure.
Yeah. So, and food, Lance.
Food, we always, we always do these pregame interviews, and Hank, Hank will probably get you in the football games. I always got the other opposing coach, but I always ask him, hey, what do you like to go, where do you like to eat?
What do you like to eat? Where do you like to go to eat?
We always tease the Wimberley guys. They are our big rival, by the way. Yes. Hey, you ever do the zip line over there?
But no, I don't discriminate against any food. I'll say that. Kind of a Mexican food junkie, though.
All right.
That's the go-to. The go-to.
Gotcha. All right, long three off the front of the rim there. Oh, and he finds it again there. Dalton Stromquist. He and it's almost a fight tonight. You got Stromquist and you got Patrick Monge on our end, and they're going at each other there. Both seniors. So Hank's our.
Hey, that's not me.
Right? We got our little telestrator here, so. But no, Hank's kind of our AV wizard here, and.
Yeah, sometimes. When it works
keeps us going, right?
Yeah. So Coach Hill will. Hopefully, as everything is slated to be, and we have a broadcast club here. It's slated to, do a lot more games. We're planning on doing some more basketball games for the playoffs, and then into the next year into football. And so, you said you watched some of YouTube. So, what did you think of those videos? If you saw some from us.
What's that one more time?
The videos that you saw from Navarro Panther Network, what was your thoughts on those? Because we had the students running the cameras, and they did a great job.
No, I watched last week, and I watched 3 of the games, football games from last year. I thought they were great. I thought the production was good. You're getting the replays, got the commentary. It was really impressive. The students are running that?
The students are running a good majority.
Okay.
Miss Casey, the sponsor.
I thought y'all had some pros doing it, so that's really awesome. That's impressive.
Yeah. We can only hear her, but they can't hear her out there in TV land, YouTube land.
I got you.
But yes, Miss Casey is a lot behind making sure this all happens. I have a production trailer I put together, and the students get to go in and run a lot of the equipment.
That's awesome.
And everything. So.
That's really cool.
But it's. Yeah. Well, now we go back to Lance on the game.
So there was a technical foul called against the Canyon Lake Hawks, and the Panthers go to the free throw line. The freshman there, number 10, Mr. Weston Shields, he goes to the free throw line and puts the Panthers back up by 1. And so we've got a timeout here with 6:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Panthers up by 1.
All right. Well, I was going to say to Coach Hill, we probably need you to get on to your other duties that you have here too. But I know, Lance, you had some final thoughts for Coach Hill.
Oh well, I mean, no, we were gonna give you a couple of hats that you could sport, and then
let's go.
and then we got you a shirt as well. I know that.
I appreciate it. I need some more purple and gold. I do.
So we got you a nice hat and a couple shirts. We thank you for coming on. We will be in touch. Appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely. It's been great. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. All right, let's go Panthers.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Coach. All right. Well, now we can get back to the game as well. But that was great talking to the new AD and head coach football. But athletic director is not an easy task at any school. People have to understand that, all the moving parts that are behind it. I mean, from every student athlete that's out there to every coach, their responsibility is large. It's huge. So people, they are just as much as let's say a superintendent of that whole athletic arena.
Yes.
If you had to
Coach Hill, he's in charge of hiring new coaches every year, in and out, junior high programs, high school programs, and he talked about it. Tradition, right? Culture.
Right, exactly. So all those things are working at one time, all those moving parts. So.
Yes. Sorry, the Canyon Lake the junior varsity team's kind of standing up, so I've got to stand up to kind of see. Estrada's got it along the top here. And we got a 1-point game, 30-29 here in the fourth. As the Panthers take their time here on offense. Try to get it into Farley. Turnover, though. Monge turns the ball over, trying to get it there to Farley. And Canyon Lake, the Hawks bring it back. So every possession counts now, Hank.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. With the 1-point game, now here in the fourth quarter, it is, tight.
Long shot tipped back out. Panthers got it. That's Cohen Blunt with the rebound. As the ball, and Shields, as we get a call.
So we get a
timeout.
A
timeout there. I think the Panthers called the timeout. That was Coach Tyler who called the timeout there.
So now as we look, the Panthers, we'll go ahead and pull up the QR code.
Yeah. And I know we were talking to Coach Hill a lot of the third quarter there, but Panthers holding steady and doing just a fantastic job. I mean, so 29, right? They're holding them to that 10-point kind of swing there. But, boy, I tell you, the seniors have come to play for the Panthers tonight. Patrick Monge, Elijah Farley, and Sean Estrada as well. And all three are on the court now, along with a exciting freshman, Shields, and Cohen Blunt. And we all know Cohen Blunt's heart, and he puts it all on the line as well. So, they find Farley and Shields again. Just impressive for a freshman to kind of run the offense.
Oh,
Hank.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
to trust a fresh,
with
freshman,
the ball handling,
exactly.
right? I mean, just alone, just to handle the basketball is just amazing. So.
But he's got to grow over this season so far, and he's doing so much better.
Now they've trapped Sean Estrada out there. He breaks the trap, and they call a foul. There we go. So foul called on Canyon Lake. He calls a push on number 1. That would be actually he called it on player number 2.
Yeah, that's
for the
what
Hawks.
Shows on the board,
and that's his 4th foul.
Yeah.
So. That's going to be Phoenix Fluentes. So just 1 point lead for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're hanging on that.
Farley's trying to find the baseline. He goes back around. It jumps up. It just uses the window glass
way up high.
Yeah. And I mean, it's amazing because he's never played basketball before. So
right, and way to use the backboard.
Yeah. And they do call a foul there on Estrada, and of course, Canyon Lake trying to find Stromquist again.
Well, let's have another look at that again here. And here's the basket by Elijah, and is able to put it in.
Canyon Lake running their offense. 4.5 left here in the 4th. Panthers up by 1. And again, both teams taking their time here, Hank, to find the right shot. And another foul there. Oh, no. They call that an offensive foul on Canyon Lake. It looks like it might have push off on number 3.
Yeah.
And that's Reese Pimpkin with the foul call, and that's his 2nd. So Panthers with the ball back. Find Cohen Blunt in the corner.
Now they call another foul. And Hawk fans are not happy.
They are not. That foul was on number 0, and that's Jacob Holland. And that's a 4th foul. And that could be huge, Hank, because in a tight game like this, Panthers up by 3. And Patrick Monge, he goes all the way. He gets his own rebound. Estrada comes out with it, finds Farley.
Estrada has it.
But Monge had a great shot to extend that lead up to 5. Estrada finds Farley. He weaves his way around, gets the layup, and goes up by 5 with 3.5 to go.
Oh, man, big play right there.
So Panthers up by 5. Well, they've changed this now. There's only 3 fouls on the Hawks in the quarter. Now, when you hit 5, you go to the free throw line now.
You get 2.
Yeah, which is a rule change in high school basketball. A long 3, air ball. Estrada with the rebound. And, again, full court press by the Hawks. Trying to make up the 5 with 3 minutes to go. And he was they called timeout.
Yeah, he got the timeout before he went down. So
the Hawks, again, frustrated tonight. The Panthers have done just a fabulous job here of playing tough, hard-nosed, physical basketball. And that'll frustrate teams, right, Hank? I mean,
right.
You know, that's the name of the game for the Panthers. And so we've got –
yeah, well, the situation, is now Panthers are inside what it was at the 4-minute mark, I believe, or close to the 4-minute mark.
Yeah.
And with this lead, now do you go to the four-corner offense or do you expect the Panthers to go to four-corner offense?
Well, it's almost like they've been kind of doing that.
Right.
A little bit.
To spread it out.
And then
I thought so.
And then they've been finding Farley down low and using his amazing vertical jump to kind of get some buckets, right? I mean, the thing is when you can jump like that and you've got the defense, they tend to want to get up and, block your shot. And you saw that earlier. 2 Canyon Lake players jumped up, and Farley just kind of found his way in there and got an easy 2 for a layup. So let's see what happens, Hank. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the MO. So Cohen Blunt throws it into Farley. Farley's looking for Monge. Monge straight up the middle. Finds Blunt. Back out to Shields. Shields on the right side here.
Yeah, there's the.
And there it is.
Oh.
There it is. Oh. And Monge is down on the ground.
Yeah, I was looking for a block on that one.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah,
and again,
another timeout call.
Another timeout. And, I'm not sure how many timeouts we have left.
So now the
Panthers are valuing. And remember, there's no shot clock here in high school basketball. So, I mean, technically, the Panthers could hold the ball for 3 minutes if they wanted to, right?
We ran the old freeze play. I don't know, or what we call the freeze play back when if we had a lead. We were a JV playing in a varsity tournament one time, and we got 2 points on the other. We were 2 points up. So we just went to the sideline, held the ball on the sideline, and made them have to foul us in order to knock the ball. So we just pass it. The 3 inside guys would pass it to each other, holding the ball over the sideline.
Yeah.
And so that was a way to stall, and only way they could get to it is to foul.
Right.
So I don't know if anybody runs that anymore. I don't know if you've seen that, but that was a play we had in high school, believe it or not. Oh, Coach Timothy George.
Oh, there you go. So they do get the ball in to Monge. Monge takes it back out, and it looks like the Panthers are going to force the foul. Yeah.
Yeah, and that might be the 5th. I believe Fuentes had already 4, but we'll see how that's going to be called, who they're going to call it on.
So that foul was on player. Well, they're updating the scoreboard there. So
yeah, I was waiting to see, but
that was on Jackson Jeter, I think, and that's his 3rd. So again, the Panthers are kind of taking their time,
and they're allowing them to reach.
Oh, they are. Oh, and Monge.
Wow.
Well, wait a minute.
He's got it. He got hit in the face. Did they?
Well, no. It looks like
he came down on it wrong. My bad.
It looks like either a knee or an ankle.
Yeah. You're only speculating, but he came down on it wrong. But he's coming off now, and we'll take a look at that clip there. Here it is, the replay.
But he puts the Panthers up. Yeah. Monge puts the Panthers up by 7 with 2:20 to go. But we'll see. The Panthers are going to have to. That's a big loss for the Panthers because he wasn't putting a lot of weight on that.
Oh, did he drag
ankle?
that?
Oh, he dragged the foot there, and they call it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's tough to hear the whistles in here, but
you see how loud it could be in the gym here.
And he drug his foot, and that was huge. 2:08 to go though, and let's see what the Panthers can do. They got him triple teamed. Farley. Yeah, I tell you, they are. Canyon Lake is doing everything they can to reach. And, again, the Panthers are taking their time with the 7-point lead, and they should.
Right.
Estrada, he's in the corner. It looks like he's – and they're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, there was
on 3. It looked like he was swinging his elbows.
And the other time, too, he did push that elbow way out there and extended it.
He did.
So, I mean, it's lucky he didn't get called for that early.
And I understand his frustration because Canyon Lake is reaching, and they are not calling it.
I get you there.
Yeah, so, I mean, but at the same time, Yeah, what do you got with the lady with the Lady Panthers? We'll get an update
39-19 with 3.5 minutes.
A long three, and he hits it. He hits it. That's Jackson Jeter hits a big three, trims the lead to 4 with 1:23 to go. Panthers ball, and Strada jump shot.
That jump stop.
Jump stop. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was like, oh, now they need Munge back in there, and it looks like he's getting ready to come back in. He's working it out.
Okay. So that adrenaline's pumping through that senior night, right?
Right. So, again, the Running Lady Panthers up big over the Lady Hawks, 41-19 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Okay. So they're quite a bit behind us. So
Right.
Yeah.
Or they have a delay on their broadcast. That's where I'm pulling it off.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
For Texas Sports Production.
Right.
But we got a game here, folks.
Yes,
Don't
we do.
leave us here.
Don't leave us here. That's right.
If you're watching,
that's
right. And we'll pull up the larger QR code so you get a better view of that. Please donate to the Navarro Broadcast Club, which helps take care of these broadcasts. I know we lost the signal and we had to relink this to the YouTube channel, so we're under a different link. But hey, they're doing a great job.
That's all right.
Got us back going, and we're right there.
But we got 30.
Yeah,
30
Lance is checking it out on the
making sure we're live, and we are. So,
woo! What a game! What a game!
Yeah, and again, massive implications for both teams here.
Oh yeah.
If the Panthers win, it'll be a tie with Canyon Lake for third place, and.
So now they're going to do
Strada.
the four-corner.
So a minute left, up by 4. Let's see what the Panthers can do. They pass it in the middle. That's Burgess. And then he was bodied, and that is a good call.
Yeah.
That is a real good call.
I just felt that the officials had let them go for they were reaching, pushing, bodying out in the top, of the key. And outside the three-point line, I mean, you may let that go down low, but outside of that with the ball in hand, I haven't I wanted to see more calls earlier.
Getting frustrated, I think, because, we'd have to go back and look. We've got Canyon Lake scheduled, but when was the last time they were held to 32 points, right?
This has been a good defensive battle for both teams, though, but the Panthers up.
So that is the 5th foul. So the Panthers will be on the line from the and that's okay though. That's
I was like, oh no.
Bailey Burgess misses the first of 2.
All right.
And but this is a big shot here. Drops it in.
Yep, there it is.
And he's usually pretty deadly at the free throw line. So Panthers up by 5 minutes to go. Canyon Lake setting up their offense. Long 3. Air ball. Cohen Blunt blocks him, and Panther basketball with 50 seconds to go, up by 5.
Ooh. Oh, man. I'm sweating up here. Yeah,
it's exciting, right? You love it, right?
Yeah, it's literally hot here.
It is hot. Here. It is hot. Bunch of people in the gym tonight. Oh, bad pass. Williams grabs it. Carter Williams with the steal. And 38 seconds. The Canyon Lake 3, he's got it lined up and in and out. And Panthers on the ground. That's 5. Bobby Burgess. Estrada comes out. Oh, and he's blocked. And he's down.
Yeah, he got hit after he had the shot coming down after the block.
And I apologize. That's Bailey Burgess. I want to say Bobby Burgess. Isn't that from a movie, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of Burgess out there, that's for sure. But, hey, I tell you what, he's come in here and played very well offensively.
Yes. So 22 seconds. Panthers up by 5. Cohen Blunt, he finds Burgess in the corner. And, again, he's fouled. And that is not the guy to foul.
Right. That miss was an anomaly that he had on the free throw line. So.
And he's a sophomore.
Right.
So this is big minutes for him. So he can extend the lead. 19.8 seconds left. And he's on the line for 2. Because, again, the Canyon Lake Hawks are in Panthers in the bonus. Canyon Lake Hawks with 5 fouls here in the quarter. He hits the first one. Panthers up by 6. And misses the second one off the back iron. But it's going to 2-possession game right now. And it's off a foot. And they do give it with 13.4 left in the game. They do give it back to the Hawks. So.
Wow. Still anything can happen. And
and Monge with the big jump, but it's only a 2. And that's going to be a.
Uh-oh. I have no idea if he wanted Coach Cole wanted a foul and one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he almost have to be fighting for that because.
Right.
Because,
but I agree.
Yeah, I mean.
Here's a look at that one. I'm going to show you that replay on that last shot here.
So Canyon Lake gets the layup.
I don't know if he had the.
I don't think so. I don't think he was fouled. So the situation is Panthers up by 4. 9 seconds left. Panther basketball. And you just got to be smart here, right? You cannot turn the basketball over. That's exactly what the Hawks want. You want to get the ball in and get fouled, go to the line and hit your shots. So,
exactly. You got to get the ball in, though.
Got to get the ball in.
Right.
That's the challenge right here. So I'm sure Coach Tyler's down there drawing up a play, and I'm not sure. We don't know how many timeouts Canyon Lake has left. I don't think the Panthers have any. I know they exhausted several there. So Burgess is going to throw it in. You've got Elijah Farley. You've got Estrada. You've got the freshman in and Cohen Blunt. Oh, and he threw it. Wait a minute. They're going to talk this over because
it is after the basket, so you can run it silent or pass it out of bounds, and so you have to allow them to throw it. Yeah,
you can run the baseline, so it's not an inbounds pass. You can run the baseline.
Yeah,
and
so they're going to redo
it. So they are going to redo that.
Yeah, if he would have stepped his foot in and did that, then it would have been out of bounds. So
that was, and then they foul Cohen Blunt. They get the ball in.
Yeah, anything less than 10 seconds, he could just stand there other than the 5-second rule.
That's right.
But, Canyon Lake can't waste all that time anyway.
That's
right.
So
they have to make the foul right away.
They're down by 4, so it's a 2-possession game with Blunt going to the line.
Yep.
That was actually a smart move by Coach Tyler there. When we can ask him about that. Cohen misses the front end of 2 shots, but this would be a big one here. It is still a 2-possession game, but they would have to hit a 3 and a 2 to beat you in 6.2 seconds left. Cohen hits the second one, so Panthers up by 5. They bring it in. In the backcourt, they force a pass. A long 3, that's going to do it, folks. Panthers win. Panthers win. Huge victory for the Navarro Panthers.
Yeah, they tie for 3rd now in the district.
So both teams at 3 and 4. Yeah, and depending on the other outcomes tonight, but
either way, you're looking at probably 3rd and 4th right now, and hey, great position right now for the Panthers. Now they just got, like you said earlier, they control their own destiny.
They do,
and. We're going to have Coach Tyler come up, and we're going to talk to Coach Tyler here in a little while. But in the meantime, we're going to run some of the clips and sights and scenes here, and so we'll run those up, and you get to watch those here while we're taking a break. How about that?
Yeah. Thank you. All right. We are back here with the postgame show here on the Navarro Panther Network. My name is Lance Blackburn. I'm joined with Hank Diederich, and we've got the head coach of the Panthers up here, Coach Tyler. Man, wow. Wow. Hey. That was fun, huh?
It was. That's what I told those guys when it was timeout, 3 minutes left. And I said, guys, this is fun. Mm-hmm. This is. You just got to remind them sometimes. I mean, this is why we practice. This is the games we're trying to play in. And they responded. I was super proud of all of them tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were on the edge of our seat. Heck, I was standing up half the time. But
well, you had to.
Yeah, yeah, we had the Candy Lake JV. But
that was fun. That made it
I
fun.
mean, tell us. I mean, what were you? Because you at the end there, you were up by 3, and then Farley got a couple of great layups down there. He forced some guys to kind of get them off their feet, and then kind of made some moves inside. Got a couple of layups. Got up by 5. And then you kind of really you stalled, right? Which is what you do, right?
We want to put the pressure on them. I mean, they need the ball. They're late, and we need the clock to run out. So,
right.
We work that in game situations, in quarter situations when we're trying to get a last shot. And I said the guys executed tonight. Elijah stepped up big, got some big key rebounds late. Like I said, it was a defensive battle for sure, and those are going to be the kind of games we're going to have to play. And it was physical, and that's what we like.
And you always say 10 points a quarter, right? Yeah. 10 points a quarter. You look at the scoreboard, you got 34 points, and so you won that one by 6 tonight, right? And you could tell, your defense frustrated Candy Lake, and then that the stall frustrated them as well. So. I mean, looking ahead, what do you control your own destiny basically for the playoffs?
For sure.
Where you're going on the road, where the road has been, you're around 500 on the road, which is not bad for basketball, right? You always want to try to stay around that 500 mark. What do you see here for the next 3 games on the road?
Well, we turn around and play Bandera again Tuesday. That's going to be a big one.
Right.
Yeah. They're going to, it's always tough to go over there. And I've watched some games, seen some games over there. They've always bring a big crowd, and we just got to keep our composure like we did tonight. I'm expecting another battle. I mean, they got kids that can go. They got some shooters on the perimeter. As long as we're helping one another, communicating on defense, I'm hoping to come out with a victory.
Yeah, and you control your own destiny. I think if I've got this right, right now you're tied with Canyon Lake. You're both what 3 and 4 in district. The 2 leaders, you've got Wimberley and Davenport at 5 and 1, based off depending on what happens tonight. Wimberley's at Bandera and Davenport's at Fredericksburg, but you don't so much worry about them. You're kind of looking at that 3rd and 4th playoff spot.
Yeah.
So man, it's exciting, right? But Bandera, we looked at their records, and I've looked at I kind of pulled it up this afternoon and looked at the teams they played. They're 1 and 5 in district, but they are not a slouch, right? I mean,
not by any means. I know it's
tough.
Every district game they've had, they've competed. They edged Canyon Lake last Friday by 1. For their first game, but they've competed with everybody they've played, especially over at their place. Yeah. I know when we came here, we squeezed one out, and so we're hoping to go do that again.
Well, talk to me a little bit about your 3 seniors tonight. They all played very pivotal roles tonight. I mean, Monge, obviously he carried you in the first half offensively. Yeah. It looks like maybe he tweaked an ankle a little bit, but probably I'm hoping he's okay. But talk about Farley. Estrada came in late, right?
Yes.
And played well. But
all three stepped up for sure. I mean, and that's been the great thing about these leaders. And I've told them, this is your team, guys. It's gonna be what you're gonna be. What you're going to make it, and you've got to start putting it in. Sean and I had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and I was like, Sean, you got to start giving us more. Mm-hmm. You've got to help us out if you want to make that push to the playoffs, which is something that hasn't done here on the boys' side in a long time.
Since 19. Right. 19, yeah. So before COVID, right? So, about 6 years ago.
And so, Sean's pivotal defensively. Elijah's big on the boards, finishing around the rim for us, and they're all 3 just energy, and that's what they've got to have. I mean, they go out and they give everything they got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean obviously they lead by example as well. I mean, they're out there showing the hustle and everything you'd like. You know, I always heard from one other coach is like, hey, boys, let's get our hard hat on and let's go to work.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And that's what I love about this team, you know.
Yeah.
I know this is my first broadcast, but I've come out to several of the home games, and I love the hustle. You preach that. You preach energy. You preach it. I preach it when I coach the little senior boys in NYSO, and it's just this team is, the perfect example of that. So
they're fun to watch. They're a great group to coach. They listen. They come to work every day, and so I just tell them I'm going to go talk to them now and tell them we're going to enjoy this one. Then we're going to get back to work on Monday. Get ready for Bandera.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, we'll let you go do that, Lance, unless you had something
else. No. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
Great win.
Congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, congratulations. A great senior night, man. We packed the house tonight. So
the crowd was amazing.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Good luck. Good luck rest of the way, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and our next broadcast will be next Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to be here, Lance, or I think it's going to be Jim and Joel, but we'll see.
I mean, I can be here, but Jim and Joel, man, those two guys, they're entertaining.
Yeah,
I tell you what.
I call it them the Mystery Science Theater, but a little bit on the I would say. I hate to sound like this, but it's a little bit on the good old boy side where you can sit back and just enjoy
it is.
The talk,
they reminisce and they talk about everyone in the gym, but they're great. I love them to death, and they know the game well. So
So this next Tuesday we'll be back on for the Navarro Panther Network, and it's probably going to be the last night that you'll see Coach Harbeth on this floor.
That's right.
For a regular season game.
That's right. So that'll be a special night for you Panther fans.
So pack the house. I believe it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And our opponent is?
Yeah, and our opponent's Bandera.
Bandera. Okay.
Yeah.
So come out next Tuesday night if you can, folks. Otherwise, if you can't and you're out of town or if you're on a business trip, watch us. Tell Grandma to watch us, too.
Yeah. And if you can be here, be here. If you can't, hey, pull us up on YouTube, Navarro Panther Network. Just do the search. It'll come up there on YouTube. If there's a live, anything live, it'll show you there's a live. You don't have to actually have a link, but you'll see it right there.
I watch from my phone a lot of times. So.
Right. And we've had the QR code up, so if you want to donate, anytime you can come back to this broadcast, go up there, get the code, go to PayPal. It's a Navarro Broadcast Club. We have Cohen. He's behind the camera right now.
Cohen's behind the camera. He's a stud, man. Thank you to all the students tonight.
Yep.
Thank you, Miss Casey. Thank you, Principal Scarborough. I was probably a little, he was active tonight. That was it was fun though, right?
We got Miss Casey on real quick to say hi and donate, please.
Hi, please donate. We love pizza. We love cameras. We need a new table.
Right. We got this table, and it's 3 years in now, guys, and
it's been through the ringer.
It has, man. This table's seen a lot of places. Smithsville started at Navasota was our first broadcast.
Right. Yeah,
there is.
Need to have everybody sign it and frame it.
It's exactly. It's been through 108-degree heat and probably a lot of cold nights as well. So, anyways.
Well, Lance, take us home.
And probably a lot of cold nights as well. So, anyways.
Well, Lance, take us home.
All right. Well.